Welcome to another broadcast, another video broadcast of Master Investors Company. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you've been here before. We appreciate you and your time. Let's get right to it. Our mission here at Master Investor is quite simple. It's to elevate the financial well-being of all of our partners. And that includes you. Whether you're a paid partner, we're making money together, or you are a viewer and you're studying our free content that we provide like this, then the goal is that when you get done watching a video or any other digital product of ours, is that the person takes massive action and is able to capitalize on that knowledge. Remember, something that we say here at Master Investors Community is that knowledge is the new money, right? It does not take money to make money. In other words, if we have the right knowledge, if we are the right entrepreneur, the right investor with the right mindset, then we can find money. Actually, money will find us, because we will be able to put a deal together and have an opportunity, have the partners and everything that is needed in order for money to start hunting us down. Because at the end of the day, the one thing that this world has is money. And there's never a lack of money. Only in the person's mind is when there's a lack of money. But there's unlimited resources available that we can tap into to increase cash flow, and to raise capital, and to find private investors, private lenders, institutions that are interested in making their money work hard. At the end of the day, they're in the business to lend money, and so they want to ensure that the money is being put into a true asset, something that has maybe a track record. That's why buildings are key when it comes down to building wealth and using the money from the bank, right? Asking for loans, it is easier to ask for a bigger loan on a big property, on an office building or a condominium building, than ask for a single family home, because the bank looks at the individual when it's small, when it's in a small investment, a small loan. It wants to make sure that that individual will be able to pay the mortgage of that loan back, okay, without an issue. So they want to ensure that you have the income coming in, you had a job for a certain amount of years, etc. You know, make sure you have a good credit score, which again, credit score is key. We're going to be talking about that on a different episode. But there's business credit score, and then there's also personal credit score, as we all know. So both are important. And if you have not so good of a credit score right now, it's okay, because the way to come out of a bad credit score is by acquiring assets that produce positive cash flow, and so that we can pay the bad debt off. We don't go to work hard to pay the bad debt off. We work hard to acquire assets and build assets that produce passive income cash flow that will cover for the bad debt and eventually wipe it off, okay? And there's also other ways that you can have a better deal with the institution and pay them a lot less than what you owe them, if that were to be a case. But everybody's different. Just ensure that you know how many assets you have actively today. Assets put money on our pocket. Liability takes money away from our pocket, right? So that's that simple. We know when an asset is an asset because it's putting money in our pocket, and we don't have to work, we don't have to do anything in order for that passive income to come in, except overseeing the operation, if any, ensuring that all the systems or whatever that may be, it could be it could be anything. It could be a duplex, or it could be a online store, or it could be a PDF that you created that is now selling like hot chocolate online, doing 100 sales a day at $20 per sale, or whatever it may be. So there's some sort of overseeing as the company grows and the cash flow grows, to ensure that everything is running properly and how we can improve our bottom line. Remember, Master Investor is all about the bottom line, right? We talk about the bottom line. We're all about cash flow. That is our motto. We are here to increase the financial well-being. We get right to the bottom line. And there's nothing else but that. On our podcast and our content is always going to be full with financial education made simple and calls of action, so that the receiver is actually taking massive action and changing and improving their bottom line, right? So ensure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like and comment, and if you have a question, drop it below. We'll come back and we will address it, because it also helps your brand when you engage in conversations, as other people will start seeing our YouTube channel and growing. Then they will find your question interesting, and they will probably end up going to your channel. So you can leverage your brand on my brand, on Master Investors brand, because we are an extension of you, and this is actually your brand. This is the brand for the people. This is created. I'm in the same journey as we all are here watching this. Master Investors created to keep us on the right track when it comes down to the rules of money, right? Playing by the rules of the ultra wealthy, having the mindset, the right mindset, because there's a lot of information. And if we have the wrong information, then what happens is that we will end up somewhere else that we don't want to be. So information is king. So Master Investor is going to ensure that we protect the ultra wealthy mindset, the rules. We'll put them down as they evolve, and so forth. We will continue to update, but it will be like the Google for money. That's it, right? Master Investor is your best friend, and it's always here to increase your bottom line. It's always here to empower your bank account. So stay tuned for more, because we're going to be pushing out tremendous content. You do not want to miss out on any. And if you would like to share with somebody that you think they will find this valuable and they will be able to change their life as well, or increase their bottom line, then send them the link. Again, it's all about syndication, word of mouth, because the second you do that, you're helping yourself. Because at the end of the day, one of the controls that we practice here is generosity, right? So being generous is key. So you want to be thinking, how can I serve more people every day, right? How can I serve more people? The more people we can serve, the more wealthy and the more we receive. So, be generous. Be generous. Think of not just yourself. Think of solving a problem or problems in the industry. How are you going to fill those problems? Find a need and fill them, right? So today's theme was actually the three investments risk that all investors should avoid in order to become more successful, right? And here at Master Investor, we'll show you how to be an inside investor, somebody that knows how to build a business, somebody knows how to tell the difference between a good and a bad business or an investment, and is able to read financial statements. We know that we have a personal financial statement, that every business has a financial statement, a business financial statement. We have a personal financial statement, and here at Master Investor, we focus in acquiring more assets on our financial statement, right? How many assets do we have? And then we grow our asset column, right? And it will be so overtaken over everything else, over the expenses and even liabilities that we want to get, because maybe it's a toy that we want to have. Maybe we like to skydive. Maybe we like to do certain things, and we end up buying a whatever it is, because we love that sport. And it's, it took money out of us, but it's an experience that we like to have. And because we have the businesses pushing so much money into our income column, right, from our asset column, then we can go ahead and put some of that income into paying for whatever that sport may be, or whatever hobby, or whatever toy or liability we want to have. And it's okay to have them as long as they're being paid with somebody else's money and not with our own, time and sweat. And it's being paid with cash flow, with passive income, right? Because we never want to be working hard for things. Really, that's not a way to do it. It's actually do less, make more, have more freedom, have a relaxed life, live thriving, right? But be relaxed. You can thrive and relax throughout the whole journey. It's all about experiencing new things, but we cannot do so unless we have certain assets pushing in enough cash flow into our income column that will allow us to travel the world without having to worry of lack of an income or money or whatever, right? Because we're always increasing that, and we can repeat the process and acquire a new asset, and even one that makes more, double, and so forth. There's not limit when it comes down to entrepreneurship, guys. There's nothing, and this, okay? We know this because entrepreneurship has no ending. It's all about being creative, thinking outside the box, right? And staying ahead of the curve, being adaptable, flexible with the technology, right? And willing to accept changes and so forth, right? Most important is self-development, grow every single day, like we're doing right now. You're giving a little bit of your time of the day to listen to this amazing video blog that is changing your perspective about everything. Number one, it was lack of training, right? We're talking about the team, three investment risks that all investors should avoid in order to become successful. The number one is lack of training. So training is key. We got to get the training in. So head to our website or find a platform that allows you to grow daily. Go to www.masterinvestor.education, and you'll be able to navigate through whatever you need there. Tap into our podcasts and everything that we have there available for you, and choose one of our digital courses, and let's start improving the bottom line, which is the most important thing. I like you to turn around after this video and take massive action, okay? So number two is lack of control. So here at Master Investor, we speak about control tremendously. Why? Because it's one of the 10 elements, one of the 10 top things a Master Investor must have is control. Control over our emotions, control over everything that we're doing, but most importantly, control over our assets. And people forget this one. I don't know why, but they just forget it. Control over our assets. I think they do it without knowing, because they don't know any better. And I'm talking about people that give their money away to financial, advisors and things like that, and they buy things in the stock market, and they just give their money away, like sometimes up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. People give away even more. It gets to the millions, and in hopes that those people will be right about what they say, and the company's stock will go up, and the market will not crash, and they will have a 20% upside, and they will just speculate the market. And the investor has no control over their money, has no say in the companies of the board of directors of each company that they invested on. They're not listening to what what they have to say about the company or the investment or the decisions of the company. There's no control on the side of the investor. So that's very key to understand. We never want to invest in something that we have no control over our money or over our investment. We want to be in control over our investments, okay? Our companies own our investments, right? We own our companies, but our companies own the assets. And those assets have to be like maybe a website that we created that is selling shampoo, some crazy amazing shampoo that is making people go crazy because their hair just something different with this shampoo, and it's just growing. Okay, we're back. So yeah, and yeah, so you know, and so you're selling, and you're selling this crazy shampoo or whatever, because it's this crazy shampoo people like or whatever is going viral. That's what I'm talking about. Something that you have control over, because then now you can say, well, now we got a conditioner with it, because now you're saying you got 100 sales a day throughout the whole past 90 days, and people are wanting more and more of this product, and now you can add a shampoo to a conditioner. You have that decision to do that. That's what we're talking about here at Master Investing. We want you to understand that it's control over your assets. When you actually actively investing in getting a website or getting a product or just building the system or putting the systems together, if you will. You don't have to build the systems because they're already built. That's the beautiful thing about it all. And here at Master Investor, we're going to show you with guidance and ease how to put everything together so that you're enjoying life, living on the beaches of the world, and actually tapping it into your greatness, into your happiness, into your love life, and you're excelling and optimizing on every single day. You're reading a new book every week, so join our club, join the book of, the book club here at Master Investor. We challenge everyone to read, at least 13 pages a day of something that has to do with money, so that we can improve our financial IQ. When we improve our financial intelligence, our financial literacy, our financial IQ increases, and most definitely that our cash flow and our bottom line would increase. So it's just 13 pages. That's all you need. Subscribe to the channel if you find this information valuable. Give us a like. It's always great because, we love the feedback. And if you have any ideas or anything like that we can improve, hey, drop a comment. We accept all feedback, and we love for us to engage in proactive conversations. At the end, remember our mission. It's all about improving cash flow and improving your bottom line. So let's just focus on that, and let's hone down on that. You have any question regarding that, we can go ahead and answer that, point to the right direction, get you enrolled in one of our courses, and start working on our financial statement. That's what we got to do on our financial statement, that we got to look at our asset column and say, how many assets do we have, how many assets we want to acquire this year, this month, and something that we have control over, something that I have control over, that I can make a decision to improve the asset by acquiring more assets, to make it run better, to make more sales to the asset. Because now, let's say the shampoo is selling, now we add a conditioner. Now we can actually maybe create another advertisement, another marketing campaign with the shampoo and the conditioner as a deal, and so forth, right? And then we need that, and we need to expand. So it's all about being able to make those decisions if you want to expand the cash flow and the bottom line of your assets, of the assets of your companies, to be more specific, right? We own companies, and our companies own those assets. That's what we gotta understand, okay? So you already know that an asset puts money on our pocket, and a liability takes money out of our pocket. So when we invest money, we gotta ask ourselves these questions whenever we're placing money. And a true investor knows how to spend money without having money. It's true what it is, because we're showing you here that it does not take money to make money. Once we have an idea, once we have the deal, we found a deal, we found the opportunity, we have the people, we found the market, the money will find us. We got everything. We have the deal put together. So it's all about putting the deal together, and money will find us. Remember that. Okay, so what a beautiful day, and what a beautiful time to be actually talking to you and hearing through this video, because I feel amazing, and I want to share my moments in this time when you're like literally having a great time. Record that, write that down, write whatever you're thinking in that moment, write it down. It's powerful when you do that, and you'll be surprised how much impact it will have in your life. So I'm grateful that you're given the time to listen to this amazing video blog, because it's full of great content, because I'm literally inspired right now, and I just want to give you this message that and that you can take today and actually make money with it and capitalize, but make cash flow. That's what we care about here at Master Investor. It's like passive income. That's it. We don't care about anything else. Build passive income, understand the rules of money, understand the history of money. We're gonna, tap into our website, and you'll be able to start learning and speaking more the way of an ultra wealthy person. And if you already have that, then you'll be able to see a lot more opportunities than you didn't before, because we have many resources that will help any company, any brand that is already successful to increase the bottom line. Of course, that's our mission. Everything that we have here at Master Investor is to increase the bottom line, the cash flow, the passive income. All right. So I hope this broadcast has been another great one for you. Leave a comment below, subscribe to our channel, and bringing you the good and bad news of money. Take care, and I'll see you on the next. Oh no, wait, almost forgot. So that was number 2. So we got 3 different things. Hey, and I'm glad we're keeping a row, so I'm gonna continue. So we said number 1 was lack of training. Number 2, lack of what was number 2? Lack of control, right? Lack of control. We just got to speak about control. And then number 3 is lack of knowledge, right? Which it all adds up, and that's why they're like that. Okay, so number 3 is lack of knowledge, because knowledge is the new money, and we always say that here at Master Investor. Knowledge is the new money. It does not take money to make money. It takes an idea. It takes a deal be put together correctly so that money can find us, right? And we're here to raise capital, right? The number one job of an entrepreneur, an investor, is to raise capital, and the number 1 skill is to sell, right? And sell without selling. We're gonna teach you exactly how to sell without selling, how to do it the right way, how to be detached from the businesses and assets. We don't have to be behind the computer. We don't have to be behind the screen all day long. Not at all. And if you don't like to do videos, then that's totally fine, because here we can also do that for you. We have systems that already has the videos made for you, where they do the selling and telling for us. So don't worry if you don't like videos. It's okay, but we can definitely build something very quickly on the internet fast that is creating positive cash flow. Okay, so lack of knowledge, that's number 3. So the 3 investment risks that an entrepreneur and investor should avoid in order to become a more successful businessman is 1, lack of training. Avoid that. Number 2, lack of control. Avoid that. Make sure that we're actively investing in whatever we invest in. We have control over those assets, and we can do whatever we want. We can shut it down. We can add another asset. We can say, hey, we're doing this, we're doing that. In other words, we have to have companies open. We're talking about having a company, and that company owns an asset. Maybe it's a website that you like to build online or whatever. But it's something that we have control. So avoid lack of control. Number 3 is lack of knowledge, right? To sum it up, is right, lack of knowledge. Knowledge is the new money. Does not take money to make money. Write that down. And what it takes is an idea backed up by confidence, right? We have to have a plan. We have to have the deal together. We have to have the people. We have to have the niche chosen. Who's our avatar? Who's our client? A lot of people that have businesses, they don't even know who they're selling to. So that's one another issue. They're selling to everybody, and they're selling to nobody when you sell to everybody, because you got to find out who are the people that have the problem that you're willing to solve, your company is solving. So those people are in a certain area. They're in a certain group on Facebook. We can find them. There's a lot of groups on Facebook. A lot of customers and a lot of people leave money on their table because they're not tapping into digital marketing and other cool ninja tricks that we're going to show you here at Master Investor how to do, and how to position yourself in the market to be a successful entrepreneur, an investor that is actively investing and has assets and is growing their asset column and is growing it with positive cash flow, positive passive income, and income that comes in from assets that our companies control, right? We don't give the money away and wait and pray that it's going to go up, and we want to hear from at the end of the week if it went up or no. No, that's too risky, and that's boring, and that's being called, that's a trader, that's a passive investor, and it's not a true investor. So here at Master Investor, we're going to bring the best out of you. We're going to bring the master investor out of you, and we're going to ensure you're polished, and we're going to ensure that you make the best decisions with your capital, with your investments, and that you're continuously growing your bottom line. Our mission here at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of all of our partners, including you, a listener. It doesn't matter, whoever is attached to our brand. Okay, so take massive action. Number one, avoid lack of training. Number two, avoid lack of control. And number three, avoid lack of knowledge. Stay tuned. Visit our website at www.masterinvestor.education, and I'll see you on the next video, or I'll see you in the inside of Master Investors community. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Take care.